Hey travelers, get ready, because today we're diving deep into something I know a lot of you anticipate every year, Lantern Rite. But we're not just talking about any Lantern Rite. We're looking at the 2026 edition, and based on all the leaks and past event patterns, this one is shaping up to be one of the most content-packed versions we've ever seen. We're talking new premium skins, a really generous wave of free rewards, and even a possible Liyue map expansion. Seriously, this year's festival is looking like it's going to be so much more than just launching some fireworks in Liyue Harbor. Before we jump into the actual rewards, skins, and all the juicy details, let's nail down the timing, because that's super important, especially if you're saving up your Primo Gems or waiting for character reruns. So, if we look at HoYoverse's typical patch cycle, Lantern Rite always lands in the update closest to Lunar New Year. For 2026, that means we're probably looking at version 6.3, assuming they stick to their usual 6-week schedule. That patch should run from around January 7th to February 17th, 2026. The actual Lantern Rite festivities, like the big main event, all the mini-games, the free rewards, and the celebration quests, are likely to drop sometime in late January, probably around the 25th or so, and continue into early February, just before Lunar New Year officially hits. So yeah, if you're trying to line up your Primo Gem savings or wondering when Nouvelette's rumored new skin might drop, that's your window. Make sure to mark down 6.3 late January 2026, because that's when Liyue really lights up and the good stuff starts rolling in. Out of Primo Gems? Don't worry, I've got a way to save money and get double the Genesis crystals. This is lootbar.gg. It works just like the in-game top-up system, but with up to 25% off, and new users even get a 10% extra discount using the link in the pinned comment. See this? The regular $100 pack only costs $85 on Lootbar, and each update they release an exclusive $77 bundle available for your first purchase every version. All you need is your UID, no password, no login. Just pick your bundle, select your server, enter your UID, and your crystals get delivered in seconds. Lootbar has awesome reviews. It's fast, secure, and trusted by tons of players. If you're planning to recharge for Genshin Impact, Star Rail, or Wuthering Waves, don't waste your money. Click the link in the description or pinned comment and top up now with Lootbar. Safe, fast, and way more affordable. Now, let's talk about the big headliner this year. Skins. This is where things get really exciting. Multiple leakers are suggesting that this Lantern Rite is going to be the stage for Nouvelette's very first skin. And it's not just any skin. We're talking about a 5-star rarity one. This would make Nouvelette only the second male character in the entire game to get a 5-star skin, after Diluc got his way back in version 2.8. That's a pretty exclusive club, wouldn't you agree? The leaks describe his new look as a white, gray, and gold outfit, with a really striking change to his VFX. Instead of the usual blue hydro beam from his charged attack, it's rumored to become this red, lightning-like burst. That would be a huge visual rework for a skin, and given how incredible Nouvelette's kit already looks, that's going to be absolutely gorgeous on screen. Just to be clear though, this is still a leak, so we don't have official images yet. That said, it totally lines up with recent trends. When HoYoverse drops a 5-star skin, it usually comes with fancy new VFX animations and even unique idle poses. Now, you might be thinking, why is Nouvelette, a Fontaine character, getting a skin during Lantern Rite, which is traditionally Liyue-themed? And you're not wrong to ask that, but it's actually not without precedent. If we go back to Lantern Rite 3.4, we got Lisa's Sumeru-style skin and Ayaka's Spring Bloom missive kimono. Neither of them are Liyue characters, so clearly HoYoverse isn't strictly bound by region when it comes to timing these skin releases. What they really care about is player demand and the event's visibility. And Lantern Rite is one of the biggest updates of the year, making it the perfect time to monetize something as big as a Nouvelette skin. From a business standpoint, it's a no-brainer. On the more lore-consistent side, leaks also suggest that Xian Yun, Cloud Retainer herself, is getting her first skin too. That fits way better thematically since she's a literal adeptus of Liyue, and with her being newly added as a playable character in 4.4, it makes a lot of sense for her to get some spotlight during a Liyue-focused celebration. We don't have detailed visuals on her outfit yet, but it's expected to be a paid skin, possibly a 4-star rarity, based on previous skin release patterns for characters of her tier. And of course, we're expecting a free 4-star skin, which has basically become a Lantern Rite tradition at this point. This year, leaks suggest it'll go to Lanyan. And honestly, it fits. We've seen free skins for Ningguang, Xingqiu, and Xiangling, so Lanyan might just be next in line. But let's shift gears for a second. What else do we actually get during Lantern Rite beyond just skins? Because even if you're not spending money, this event usually gives players some of the most generous free rewards of the year. In version 5.3, which was the Lantern Rite patch earlier this year, players received 10 intertwined fates through a login event and another 10 through a 5-day mail-based mini-event. That's 20 free pulls, and they weren't locked behind combat trials or weird gimmicks. Literally, all you had to do was log in, check your mail, and claim them. And let's not forget the main event quest itself, which usually comes with a ton of Primogems, typically around 1,000 or more. Then you've got the Festive Fever milestone rewards, which give even more Primogems, Ascension materials, Hero's Wit, Mora, and Enhancement Ore. And of course, once you reach the final milestone, you get to choose one free Liyue 4-star character. Past options have included Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Beidou, so if Lanyan ends up getting a skin, you can probably expect her to be one of the selectable options again. And here's the part I'm personally most curious about, the map expansion rumors. So here's the thing. Nodcry, the upcoming region launching in version 6.0, is reportedly going to be smaller than past major regions, at least initially. But that's not a problem, because the entire Nodcry arc is multi-regional. That means we won't just be stuck in frozen wastelands for a whole year. Instead, upcoming patches will unlock new areas in other nations. And version 6.3, which is likely to be the Lantern Rite patch, is rumored to feature a new Liyue sub-region, possibly Blackcliff Forge. Now, if you've been playing since the early days, that name might sound familiar. Blackcliff has been mentioned a few times in lore and item descriptions. It's supposed to be a remote mining or smelting area, and it's never been accessible before. This could finally be the year we get to go there. And what better time to drop new Liyue content than during the festival that celebrates its culture? So yeah, skins, free pulls, a new map zone, and a huge potential spotlight for Neuvillette and Jianyun. This year's Lantern Rite is already looking like a major milestone patch, and we're still a few updates out. If these leaks hold up, version 6.3 might be more than just a pretty celebration. It might be the beginning of a true return to Liyue's storyline. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. If any of this excited you, whether it's the Neuvillette skin, the potential for new lore zones, or just those sweet free pulls, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. Are you planning to save up for that Neuvillette skin? Do you want Lanyan to finally get some love? Or are you just here to collect your 20 pulls and dip? No matter what you're most excited for, if you want more deep dive breakdowns and discussions like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out. I'll be tracking all the major updates and leaks leading up to version 6.0 and beyond. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.